Hello, you're watching Not a Vlog, the show that will keep messaging you on Facebook even though you haven't said anything in 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. This first part of the show we genuinely know nothing about, and it's called Did You Know?
Ollie, did you know that a boy at the age of 8 was legally allowed to change his name, and today he is Dr. Loki Sky Lizard?
Awesome. Fair play, and what a great bit of expression. I don't know, I'm in two like completely opposing minds about that. On the one hand, I'm thinking like, for God's sake, like don't let an 8-year-old do that to himself, make such a decision. How old is he now?
I actually don't
he's
know.
A doctor,
I wish
though,
I
so
did.
he's old
yeah,
enough to
I'm
have
gonna
finished
say
studying.
I've got a PhD, unless
play.
that was part of the thing that he changed legally in his name. I was just allowed to do that for
doctor,
some reason.
and he's not a doctor.
know.
Oh God! So I got that thought, and I'm like, no, silly. But then on the other hand, it's like, go for it. Like, call yourself whatever you want. It doesn't even mean anything. It's like, I'm Ollie, but what is that? Like, that isn't anything. If you sit down with me, like, that quickly dissolves. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah. So, but at the same time, it's like, don't let your son call himself a fucking lizard. This next part of the show is called What Is This? A video will play, and we'll have to describe it without knowing what it is. And we still won't know until the end of the round. Ready?
Wait. Ready.
I think I got in a fight with the first person that did that joke to me.
Yeah.
I think I was 16 and at a party and someone tried to pull that on me, and I think I ended up punching them. I'm not even joking. I think someone...
It is proper just fuck off, mate.
Yeah.
Like, I would never genuinely do that to anyone.
I think someone was passing me something and they'd already upset me. I was a bit of an arsehole as a 16-year-old, to be honest. I was incredibly angry and depressed and didn't really know where I stood in the world, which I'm sure a lot of you can relate to. Oh, hang on. Yeah, here you go. I think I just fucking hit him, you know? I can't actually quite remember, but I'm pretty sure I got in a fight over that joke. I think I might have just gone...
What is this?
This is actually part of a trampoline festival held every year in Copenhagen. It's organised by the ruling class as some sort of wacky distraction tactic. Most of the people here don't really understand why they are here and have been brought there sort of under other false pretences. But the main thing is just the spectacle of the thing. Like, so much is going on here that people just come away from sort of the news of the day and they don't know what's going on, sort of politics and stuff, because they see this and it's just like, well, nothing matters now. And they just crack on with that instead. And that way sort of governments can pass legislation, these sorts of things. It's, yeah, distraction.
Strangely apt, just... Look at what this is. The people are just distracted and mystified by this spectacle.
And Andrew, what is this?
This, Ollie, is something that the Queen is having flown to Buckingham Palace from across the world for her birthday. This is something that the Queen has seen before. It has delighted her, and she's ordered it. Why
was she so delighted by it? It
was just something she found so whimsical and gleeful.
Okay.
She just enjoyed it. It was all
right.
Yeah.
Because at this point you could sort of argue that might be not only possible but have a look.
Probable.
It's just Adele. So maybe
it's just Adele. Yeah, the Queen probably does like Adele.
She probably doesn't though, does she?
Publicly, she'd like Adele.
She would kill Adele with her bare hands, given half the chance. Just think about it. She wants to cleanse the earth. Adele would be the first to go. Can you imagine Prince Charles not murdering her? That, to me, is stranger.
Can you do your impression of Adele again? If you're watching Adele. Ollie, what is this?
This is something that is celebrated yearly in Ethiopia. It's actually a phenomena that is worshipped by some, and in certain tribal communities, this idea will be celebrated and sort of replicated by the villagers. They'll sort of set something very similar up. They'll do dances round it. There'll be cakes. There'll be all sorts of merriment and joy and jewellery making and this sort of thing.
They idolise her. is what you're saying.
Certainly, yeah. They idolise her completely. They've set up entire faiths and religions based around her because they find her so deeply mentally infectious that they can't help but recreate the material in every way they can because they sort of can't really think about anything else anymore. What is it? Wow, that's completely right. Just not Ethiopia. All right. I don't know, maybe certain places in Ethiopia. Certain really fucked places. If you're watching Ethiopia, no. I was gonna talk about when we were at uni and we tried to do the student mile that time, but just by ourselves. I just thought
the student mile.
So in Birmingham, there's like a road called Broad Street, and it's just full of pubs and clubs and everything, and they call it the Student Mile. Yeah. And we were sort of like taken by that in first year for some reason. I don't know. It seems silly now.
The Student Mile.
The Student Mile. So many bars and clubs, so many different places to poison yourself and waste your money. So one evening we were just sort of like, nothing was going on, and we were like, oh, let's just go to all of them then. Let's just go and do the whole thing just completely by ourselves. So we did everything. We like hit up all the clubs, just everything in a row, whatever it was. We went into lots of gay bars, which at the time was a hilarious novelty. We went into lots of like quirky little like hipster bars and things.
Yeah, it was a weird night, wasn't it?
And we got robbed eventually by some strippers, which is the bit that
that night really went downhill pretty quickly.
We did all the stuff down the right-hand side of the road, I think, and then walked back more or less. And there was one place we landed. It's like, right, legs 11. What's that? It looks like a little quirky cocktail bar or something. Oh wait, no. But we said we'd do everything, so we went in, and sure enough, it was disgusting and depressing. But
we stayed for a bit.
We sat down with our beers, yeah, because
our expensive beers, more expensive than anywhere else.
So we sit down, and like these strippers come over and like sitting with us and stuff.
Obviously, that's the nature of what would
the
go
first
on.
One. We just ended up talking to her about like, so why did you get into this? And
yeah.
But yeah, they were like, oh, like why aren't you having any dances? Because we were just sat there with the one beer we ordered, waiting to leave. Just as soon as we drunk it, let's just get the hell out of here. And all we had to do was like fight them off until we could get out. But yeah, we were like, oh, we have no money, and they were like, well, show us your wallets then. And it was just kind of like, I don't know, like it's tricky because if you were a bloke, I probably definitely wouldn't. But it's like, am I not being fun if I don't give you my wallet? Like, oh god. So we hand them the wallet. It's like hawk-eyeing it, handing it back. Nothing had happened. I saw everything, but then when we left, the money that we had in our wallets was gone. But they were good. They were on form. They should have done Penn and Teller fool us, because they're like,
yeah.
Because literally, I watched her because I knew I didn't want to give her my wallet because she's probably lovely, really. But like, if you're in a strip club, you probably need the money. So I watched her with my wallet, and I was so sure that she didn't take anything, and it was a fantastic achievement of hers to have nicked our taxi money. So we end up getting a taxi, not realising we don't have any money to pay for it, landing about half a mile from a cash machine.
Yeah.
And then we have to sprint because this guy is he's just sitting there and he's like, well, take your time. Like, and we're like, oh god, just running up the fare, yeah.
Yeah, at which point we'd already pretty much, obviously, having had money taken away and whacked up on the wall, we're not rich at this point. An essential life experience that I think everyone should go through.
Yeah. So if you're ever in Birmingham, don't go to Broad Street because you'll get robbed by strippers. Well, thank you very much indeed for watching. That is our show. Don't forget to come and find us on things like Facebook and Twitter. There's a bunch of stuff over there you might not have seen. And we shall see you next week.
Take care, guys. 420. Yeah. My man. Not that I understand what that means or get the reference, sorry. What reference?